How are you? That's a train going by in the background, as you hear. Um, as you hear. Nothing big tonight, just here talking. How y'all doing? I'm gonna do a donation live tomorrow, I'm thinking. I wanna help you guys align. We have recently had a huge shift in the collective, and I need you guys to know, chosen beings, you are at the forefront of that. This is something you need to know and understand. And this is something that I want to talk to you guys about. For confirmation, man. Moth to a flame. A moth just flew by me. Okay. So, and here comes this cat again. Again. I knew I did this live for a reason. Look at the cat. Look at my. Okay. Y'all see the cat, right? Is the cat not coming over to me? What you trying to say? Okay. I'm just saying what I'm saying. So yeah, tomorrow I am going to do a donation live. I wanted y'all to get ready for it, get your questions ready, or whatever it is you might need to know, want to know. But for a lot of you guys right now, I've been so distant because there's so much going on. Um, there's been a lot in the tarot community about this, experiment that they've been doing on chosen beings. Maybe that's why this cat's coming up, confirming what I'm saying. Um, as you hear, it won't stop crying, right? So, um, yeah, it's been a lot. There's been a lot going on in the collective. And I've been doing my research. I've been investigating my own life, right? Because we are the best investigators of our own lives, us hermits. And I've been seeing a lot of things that are making sense. And a lot of the readers that I've been watching have been helping me to connect a lot of dots, right? Certain readers I've noticed aren't posting as many messages because you can tell the shift, right? And that's just what it is. Um, I'm choosing not to speak as much right now only because of the changes that I'm trying to bring about. So, what I'm working on right now is working on trying to bring to light the injustices that I have faced, that my person has faced, that my family has faced. Um, the injustices that the collective is facing, confirmation, and trying to make these things right. I really am still stuck on this spiritual foundation. All these people keep talking about these firm foundations, these spiritual foundations. It's something that I am trying to build for the spiritual collective. And like I said before, I want it to be something where, there's spiritual beings in every city, every state, everywhere you look, there's a spiritual being, but a chosen being is different. And how do they know who's chosen? Well, I guess they got to do these experiments on them, right? Because man believes that man has the final say, right? But chosen beings, these experiments, these tests that they're doing, right? By way of trying to manipulate our minds, by way of sending us negative energies, by way of monitoring us through spirit or through actual devices, by these people trying to tap into our, electronics, by these people trying to set up, what do they call them, traps for us to fall into. These are the things that we are met with, chosen beings. Why? Because we're meant to see these things, not in terms of us doing it. So here's the thing: people think that we want to see these things because we want to know people's business. But the thing is that when we are true high priests and high priestesses, when people enter our energy, they set themselves up for that. And this is why there needs to be clarity on how energy actually works and what tarot actually is. Tarot is not about people, tarot is about the energy that people hold. So I'm gonna say this Sekhmet energy coming through. Okay, yes. Was this Sekhmet energy coming through? That's what it feels like. There's a lot of spiritual beings that are awakening, and there's a lot of spiritual beings who are understanding why. When we talk about a collective awakening, we talk about collective endings. Chosen beings, you understand endings better than anyone. You guys have to walk in your gifts. You have to walk in your anointing. You have to walk in your chosenness. Because here's the thing, you can't straddle the fence. You can't straddle the fence with this. As we've seen, you know, what happens when you do that. And that's the thing with speaking to mass amounts of people, is that you must make sure your energy is clear and pure. I never understood how these readers get on here doing these heavy ass messages and are able to do 20,000 messages a day. I don't understand that. Where is the cleansing? So when I see a lot of readers pushing messages, trying to get a point out, that's when I say, okay, they got a point to prove. But the point has already been proven. The shift has already occurred. There's nothing to speak on. The people who were doing these things to you have already been seen. The people who are involved have already been dealt with. Chosen beings, you got to understand, as above, so below. Behind the scenes, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. We know that. We know what's going on behind the scenes. And this is why I say you need to walk in your anointing. People want you to doubt yourself, your visions, your messages. I'm not the only prophetess out here. I know that. But I am the only one where I live. And I am the only one who's trying to actually bring changes for the world. In the city that I come from, it's called the City of Champs, right? It's literally called the City of Champs. And so I'm literally trying to help the city that I'm in understand what's really going on in the city they live in. People think, oh no, that can't happen to me. That's you. That's what you're going through. We're all connected to somebody. I really want to bring a lot of awareness to as to how there's a lot of manipulation of energy. And a lot of people that go through these dark night of the souls, naturally, a dark night of the soul is your soul's darkest, guys. See, this is the thing, chosen beings. You can't go off of what other people are doing, what other people's guidance is. Because you guys gotta understand, you guys push these messages because you get them. So you get them to give them. So you have to listen to yourself. You have to understand that as teachers out here, you guys are not a part of the collective unless you put yourself there. Meaning, you want respect as a spiritual teacher that is earned, you have to go through tests. Just like any profession that you guys want to be a part of, right? Any job, we have to go through tests. We have to go through orientation, right? We want a promotion, we gotta work our way up. We have to do what we have to do. It's the same thing with spirituality. We have to get in with our spirit guides so we know that we're giving accurate messages. Then we have to trust the messages that we receive. Then we got to trust the messages we receive, regardless of what the people around us tell us. Then we got to trust the messages that we receive and give them. Then we have to be fearless enough to know of the protection that we have because we were told to give such messages. People think that we have it easy. People think that we like getting up here and doing this. A lot of chosen beings are people that don't like confrontation, but they're met with it. So you guys are learning how to deal with confrontation by not allowing yourself to be codependent on not wanting it. You understand? The more you try to avoid what is is literally destined and fated, the more it just comes quicker. You understand? So that's pretty much where I am. I'm just trying to bring about changes. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people. But, I don't know. I just keep hearing pick me. I don't know what the hell this is, a pick me energy. Like, pick me. I'm chosen, pick me. Like, no, I have never seen a chosen person that's begging to be picked for anything. You know why? Because a chosen person understands that they have no say in any matter when they step into their anointing. How does an anointing work? 11:11. You don't go to someone to get anointed. Before I got into spirituality, right, really took it seriously. I was more so into religion. I went to church and stuff like that. Um, the church I went to as a child growing up was Charles Street AME, right? And from there, it was like another church that I went to. It was one of those non-denominational churches where, come as you are type energy, more relaxed, more calm. And at that church is where I got baptized, and something just came over me to get baptized as an adult. That was like 4 or 5 years ago, way before I got into spirituality. I got baptized, and I didn't know then that I was literally being, set up for the spiritual journey, clearing myself, purging, all that before I knew about any of this. I was just called to get baptized, and I got baptized at a church. But every time I do a spiritual bath, I rebaptize myself because I'm that anointed. You understand? Um, but at the same time, it was like a very weird experience. So when people say, "Oh, you're not pure, you're not this, you're not that," through all the things that I've gone through, before them all, I was baptized. You understand? So coming into this, I had a pure heart and spirit. I knew after that moment that there was something to come. And so when I walk in that, that's what I walk in. That. Also, my anointing came, my true anointing came where I was clearing and cleansing maybe 2 years ago. You see, we're all chosen, we all go through these, but how do you know when you're anointed? Because you anoint yourself. Can't nobody anoint a chosen person but a chosen person, okay? This is why it's good to know and get messages from accurate readers who aren't gonna lie to you, who know who you are, who see you for what you are, and are here to anoint you, to bless you, to lift you up, to exalt you. There are people that are like that who really want to do that for you. I am one of those people. That is one of my gifts, is that I am able to show you the anointing that is within you if you can't see it yourself. That's what I'm here to do. So, yeah, it was just, what was I saying about that? Oh, yeah, so I was taking a spiritual bath one day, and, like my ancestors, they just come in and they do what they want, right? And I just go with the flow. And they'd be like, okay, go do this, whatever, go cleanse yourself, listen to your meditation, clear out your chakras. Okay, after that, we need you to, like, they'll say stuff like, go to the store, get this, get that, da 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 da, do this, do that. Whenever they, feel like coming through, and I listen, this is what I do. So people think that I be going on here and looking up spells and doing all this weird stuff. No, my ancestors tell me what to do, and I follow directions, and it's never nothing negative. So they had told me, get yourself this type of oil, that at 1414. Thank you, Nana. Get yourself this type of oil and anoint your head. This is how you anoint yourself. But you would never think to do this unless you were called or told, chosen to do so. Once you have anointed yourself, you are anointed. Can't nobody take your anointing away because no one gave it to you. You get it? So when we talk about walking in your anointing, that's what it means. That's what it means. Okay? That's what it means. Walking in that. Knowing who you are. Knowing who you are. You're chosen. Why doesn't the spell work? Because you're chosen. Why doesn't the slander work? Because you're chosen. Why aren't you depressed? Because you're chosen. I used to give these messages and be so upset. so stressed out, be so worked up about people in my energy, and oh my God, it's gonna be so much negativity when I get off. I can feel it. I already know. And now I'm just like, without that thought, I'm just like, wow, I can actually do what I love, you know? Not worried about magic, not worried about the evil eye, not worried about blockages, not worried about stupid shit, because it's like, those things, they push them so hard in tarot because these people want you to be blocked. These people want you to be stopped. These people want you to be stuck. These people want you to be in lack. And they don't realize that's what they're saying to you by continuously saying, there is a blockage, there is an obstacle, there is a blockage, there is an obstacle. They're putting that in your mind. What blockage or what obstacle if you're limitless? If you're not from here, why are you, I don't understand. If you have these gifts that you were given, why aren't you using them? Because guarantee you someone else that's attacking you for those very same gifts would use them. You don't get attacked for no reason. Spiritual attacks don't happen for no reason, chosen beings. People don't understand how real this is. It's not a coincidence that everyone's going through something spiritual. It was meant to happen this way. We're all connected by the same energy, whether we want to believe it or not. We were all made in the same image and likeness of the same creator, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. Just like the parents that we were born from are our parents, whether we like it or not. Our siblings are our siblings, whether we like it or not. Some things we can't change, and that's one of them. And so it's kind of like the more we go against who we are at our soul, the more damage we do to ourselves. Most High is not going to let that happen to y'all, chosen beings. So even when you feel weak, even when you feel like you don't want to do it no more, even when you feel like those walls are closing in on you, even when you feel like the downloads are too many, even when you feel like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with all this information? Even when you feel like, listen, man, I just don't care. You ever heard that song? Have you ever been a little bit tired of love? That song? Okay, that song. Um, that song is, I'm channeling right now. What is it? Survive? You gotta survive, okay? Chosen beings, all I can say is this. We're gonna do a donation live tomorrow. I want y'all to come with your questions, okay? Whatever it is you need to know. Just know this new world, a whole new world, okay? Don't you dare close your eyes, okay? I'm seeing lots of stars out here. But yeah, definitely doing a donation live tomorrow. You guys should come and join me. And we'll take it from there. But for tonight, that was the message I had. You saw my friend come over, let me know what's going on. My cat friend coming to give me the tea as usual, right? Like I said, I have no... The negative energy that... Okay, let's just say energy. When people send energy, they have to work with energy, which means they have to work with entities. And if you're working with an entity, that means you're working with a deity. If you're working with a deity, that means you don't work with God. Let's say that again. So, you know how God talks about false idols and all the deities worshiping other gods beside me? Yeah, if you worship idols and deities and all that stuff, you don't worship God, okay? So what I'll say this about our ancestors is our ancestors understand our lineage and our connection to source. So when we talk to our ancestors of a high vibration, they will tell us the low vibration. So when we talk about family, right? When we talk about blood ties and we talk about DNA and reincarnation, people take this so lightly. Sekhmet, right? In high vibration. Well, Sekhmet is just Sekhmet. I don't even know. I'm just saying. In high vibration, she come to bring truth and clarity. In low vibration, she's causing destruction to bring about new beginnings. So either way, she's very good, you know. But a lot of these, like, I'm trying to think of some energies that people like to use in their lower vibrations. Whoever they are, I don't even know. But whatever deities y'all call on, right? Those dark deities or energies, those are still my ancestors. It's just the dark side of them, like us. You know how I'm light and I have dark within me just like you do? Those are the deities that you guys supposedly call on to bring negativity and things like that. So that cat that just showed up, right? Someone may say, oh no, that's negative, that's evil, right? But in my mind, I say, okay, that cat is coming to tell me that there may be some evil happening, right? Going on, but that I'm protected by it. And that cat will come here every night and cry to me about what is wrong around me and my community. What's going on. We'll sit there like you guys just saw and cry until I get the message, and the cat will leave like you saw. So what I'm telling you is this: cats are good luck too. You know the Queen of Wands who got the black cat right in front of her? Yeah, that's me. Queen of Fire, Queen of Spirituality, right? That's me. The Grand Fire Trine, the one who connects to all things. The Grand Water Trine. So when you guys need to understand how a person cannot be afraid of negative energy, it's because all of the negative energy that you guys send, it gets contained. And when it gets contained, it's like a globe. It's like a ball. And you can hold it up and you can look at it all. And you can move it around, right? And you could say, ooh, I see this. I see this. Oh, I see this, because you trap it. And now that it's transmuted, it's no longer negative. So how this and how that, after all this that we sent for, that I don't even own, but I can see things in. I don't have a crystal ball, but what I just said to you was literally a crystal ball. That's how intuitive I am. That cat just showed me, and you. What all those readers be talking about? How, people said you energy, and it comes to you, and it got to talk to you first. That's what y'all. These are the things that we have to set up in the spiritual community. Why? Because not only are we protecting our own spirituality and our own cores and souls and spirits, but others around us. A cat only comes around, right? One, if there is an energy that is negative to alert us. Two, if there is a space that that cat feels comfortable to come in and give its vibration to us, because we know cats offer healing, right? Environmentalists out here, people who rarely tap into nature, know the healing properties of cats. Y'all gotta understand, you're healers of more than just people. You are healers. I do not need cards. If y'all go look up my different things that are important, and you'll start to see with a lot of these readers that I share on my platform, you'll start to be like, damn, she was saying that. Wow. This is real life. And for a long time, people thought that this was funny. This was something to play about. People's energy, people's mental health, people's livelihoods, people's families, people's children. People thought that this was something to play with. It's not. Who else? So I don't know, man. It's just sad. I'm very, 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 very. I was told very early on how that would go. There were many times I would literally get sick trying to. It was literally like a month where I didn't do no lives on there. Um, that's just like not very bad. Energy is everywhere, and I feel like if more people tapped into energy, but that's pretty much what we choose not to about the little things, right? We choose not to look at the things that are going to make us miserable. That's where I'm at. I've done, guys, I've done so much healing. I've tried to heal so many people. I've been doing this for a lot of years. I've been doing this for a lot of years. And it's just time for, it's just time for something new. So right now I'm in the process of like, my Patreon and, even that. It's like you guys need like, you guys need like, there's like readers out here and it sucks. This is why I know that when I speak for us to give the message, right? So I be thinking about all of that when I give my messages. I'm not like these readers out here who get a channel message and they're like, okay, those of you guys who have been going through these spiritual battles, this is another. Then they want to do the messages that are vibrational are the bowels of low vibrational readers firsthand. You have to know that. And so if you guys have not spoken about a channel message that you guys are giving or are giving, right? And there's another reader that you're seeing, there's a message that is your message that you know is your message. You know that. Well, I'm telling you how that works. Like I said, these readers be watching you more than you know. And they watch you to see what you know. Why? Because they don't know what you know. So Joseph Biggs, with that being said, that's why I don't do the messages like I used to. Because when I was giving them for the twins, like I was, there was hate. There was spiritual battles. Because masculines was waking up. I don't care what nobody says. Wasn't nobody talking to the divine masculines like I was. Wasn't nobody telling these masculines what was really going on. Wasn't nobody trying to wake these masculines up to the truth. That divine feminines weren't the only ones going through it. That masculines was too. I don't know if everybody was afraid to tell the masculines in the collective that the same thing that was going on to divine feminine was going on to them. No one wanted to tell the masculines that. No one wanted to help wake the masculines up. You know how much spiritual warfare I dealt with because of wanting to wake up the masses of divine masculines and feminines, and really pushing the union, pushing the shifts, pushing judgment, all of these things that I had to do on behalf of the collective while being met with all of the things that I was met with. Yeah, I do. So, like I said, I'm tired. And I'm just waiting on Spirit to give me my just due, rightfully so. And I'm waiting for the peace that I have projected into the collective, the healing that I have projected into the collective, the love, the abundance, right? Because the knowledge that I give helps you turn your dreams to reality, right? I'm a human being as well. So there are things, equal exchange of energy. And I know my equal exchange of energy will never come from a human physical person. Because you see, a human person, right, will give me something they feel I deserve. Or a human being will give me something with strings attached. Or a human being will give me something with negative intentions. But I know that when Spirit says, okay, it's time for you to be blessed, that when Spirit gives me something, it's of the highest vibration. It's of love. It's because I worked for it. It's because I earned it. I've learned in the past asking people for money when I needed it, when I truly needed it. They knew I needed it, but they just used that as an opportunity to talk about me or, like no one's ever needed help before or something, right? So I stopped depending on people and grew closer to Spirit because before, we was there, our ancestors believed in things, and if it got them through and they have all the knowledge that they're giving me, I mean, it makes it seem stupid not to trust, not to listen, not to ask them for guidance. History repeats itself, just different players in the game. That's the real out of the matrix.